Hi there, it's Nicole from Mama Elephant, and today I have a shaker card featuring lots of Mama Elephant stamps and dies, featuring though the new Scripty Notes greeting stamp set. This is an awesome new stamp set with fantastic cursive greetings that are so much fun, and today we're going to customize the big balloon from Carried Away with one of the greetings. I'm going to start with this background. This is a die cut rectangle. It's the centerpiece from the Hug It Out frames. And I went ahead and die cut this from some smooth white cardstock, and then I'm going to ink this up with some of my favorite colors of ink to use that give kind of a violet look, even though two of them are in the blue color family. I am using the My Favorite Things Mini Cloud Edges Stencil with chipped sapphire, blueprint sketch, and shaded lilac distress inks. I love blueprint sketch and shaded lilac together, and I wanted a third color, and so I tried out chipped sapphire, and I like it with these other two colors. So super pretty. I am going to spritz this with a little water from a distress sprayer and blot it dry. Now I die cut the Hug It Out frame again from some silver glitter cardstock. This is from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to use it as a guide for where to put my inside piece of what will be the shaker. Then I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my frame and back this with some embossable plastic. This is thin material. I really love it. If you want to emboss on it, you totally can, which is awesome. But it's what I've been using for shaker windows, and it works really well. Now on the front of the shaker then, I want to figure out where I want to put the balloon, where I want to place my greeting, and then I'm going to be hanging one of the Pandamonium pandas from this big balloon. One of my very favorite things to do is to mix and match stamps and dies. They don't all have to come from the same time. Many of these, the Pandamonium stamp set is several years old, still one of my favorites. That poor stamp is so stained. I did try to clean it and I just can't get it clean, but it still stamps beautifully. And the Carried Away stamp set has also been out for a few years now, or at least a couple years. And that balloon from here is amazing. It's great big, and it's the perfect little place to stamp a greeting if you want to. Now, I messed up and didn't use my magnet the first time, so I've just flipped my paper over. I am stamping the balloon and the panda on Bristol Smooth cardstock. This is so I can use some Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to color these in. What I really wanted to do is have my balloon kind of match the look and feel of the sky that's behind it. Non-traditional, definitely. This is one of my favorite Zig Clean Color Real Brush marker color combinations. It's blue and English lavender. And just like the cloudy background, the blue and this light purple mix together to create this really beautiful kind of blue-violet type of color. This balloon is one of my favorites to color. It's one of my favorites to color with the zigs because with two colors, look at how all of the ombre effect you've got here. Look at the shading and the detail. It's just amazing with two colors only, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to keep working those in until I have this colored the way I want it to look. Clean off the tip of my light marker there over on the side. And then I've got my panda. I don't want to add a ton of color to him. In fact, I used 4 markers total for this project. Everything else is either distress ink, specialty paper, and that's it. So not very many markers even to be used here. A little flesh color to color in the white areas. You could also use maybe a pale gray if you wanted to, and then pale pink for the cheeks. Once I have those all colored, I'm going to die cut both the balloon using the Carried Away die and the panda using the Pandamonium die. And then I'm laying these out on the cover. I want to kind of see how it's all going to work. And I want to take my powder tool to the balloon and stamp my sentiment from the Scripty Notes stamp set with Versamark ink, and then I'm going to heat emboss with white embossing powder on top of this colored balloon. If you wanted, embossed resist works amazing with these markers as well. You could stamp and emboss the greeting first and then color over that with your markers, and just be sure to buff off the embossed areas when it's all done so that you have a nice bright white greeting. Or whatever color. I think silver would maybe look nice here too. I really like white on this kind of bluish or blue-violet balloon though. I think it shows up really nicely. So I'm going to just heat set this now. And then I can secure my balloon and my panda to the front. I stamped the little balloon string from Carried Away, which is just a little short one, with Stazon cotton white ink right on the cover or the window of the shaker. And I'm going to frame up my card base instead of my frame, meaning I'm going to create the well for the shaker directly on the card base. And I am going to have to adjust this a little bit. The foam tape, I thought it was exactly the same width as the Hug It Out frame, and I think it probably is, but I didn't want any of that foam tape to show through the shaker window, so I did end up trimming some of it down just a little bit. I've doubled up the foam tape as well so that it creates a high enough profile that the shaker material will move around really well. So here's what it's going to look like, just double checking. And this is where I realized my one side here was not going to work. So I did just pull it off. I probably should have used some undo, but I didn't. Go ahead and position this back now. Make sure that everything is touching so that none of the shaker material escapes. I like to take a powder tool all the way around the edges to help kind of deactivate any sticky edges inside the shaker so that sequins and confetti and things don't stick to it. And then I am filling my well with the Honeybee Stamps Bokeh Lights confetti pieces, some Pretty Pink Posh Silver Mini Heart confetti, and Pretty Pink Posh Lilac seed beads. Going to quickly just peel off the backing paper from all of the shaker pieces and take my front of my window frame directly to this. I still wanted the cards to be visible, so I kept my shaker components to not necessarily a minimum, but I didn't fill it super full. And then I like to kind of shake it around, tap it. I'm going to secure the balloon and the panda to the card. And then I do have this little teeny tiny die cut heart from Red. It's just a nice little pop of color that I'm going to attach to the panda bear. It's from the Rainbow High Mama Elephant die collection. There's a cloud in that collection that has a little heart cut out with this and it's this teeny tiny heart. I absolutely love it, and I use it a lot to adorn little critters like this. I'm going to finish by tying some white, super thin hemp string around the balloon. I'm going to tie it into a little bow. And then I want to secure the bow to my card with either Glossy Accents or Ranger Multi-Matte Medium. On the front, I would really suggest Glossy Accents because the adhesive will show a little bit. Simply because you want to put a little on that knot so it doesn't come undone. I like to put a little drop of it right there where I knotted the twine. And then I did lift up the little balloon end and put a little adhesive right underneath that. I wanted to make sure that it would stay put. I'm just removing a little glue that came out from underneath. And there is my Scripty Notes Shaker Card all finished. Thanks for joining me today for this Scripty Notes Shaker Card featuring Mama Elephant stamps and dies. The supplies I used to create this card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Mama Elephant that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.